Andrea Gibbs, oh my goodness, mate, it's great to see you and you look well, you've aged well. I can't remember the last time I saw you, when you were last in Albany. Can you answer both those questions?
It's been yonks. It's been yonks, but I'm very keen to come back with my debut play, Barracking for the Umpire.
And now tell us about the play because it's about footy, but it's not about footy. Is anyone going to do a stab pass on stage? Because that would warm the cockles of my heart.
You have to come and see. There might be some footy moves. For sure
Right.
there'll be some footy moves. But look, you don't have to barrack for umpires to enjoy this show. You don't have to love footy to enjoy this show. I will tell you where the title comes from. So barracking for the sorry, I've got a cute puppy here. Oh, do you want me to take him out?
No, leave him in.
Okay. So the title itself is actually the title itself comes from a running joke in our family, the Gibbs family. So my dad used to play for the Mighty Dons in the late 60s, early 70s. He captained the under 18s when he was just 16. And when he was old enough, he played under 18s on a Saturday and then league on a Sunday. Loved his footy. He said that he wasn't that great, but one year he did win fairest and best. And the prize was an esky. How good is that? So he was loved his footy, loved it, but he used to get head knocks quite often to the point where he would be sent to the doctor. The doctor advised him to stop playing footy. For a long time, Dad couldn't quite grasp giving it up. He even tried wearing a helmet at one point, which just made him a bigger target, he said. Eventually, he did hang up the boots and couldn't quite give up footy, so he picked up the whistle instead. And he was an umpire for the Southwest Footy League for many, many years. He was a pretty good ump, I'm told. And my mum would go along to all of his games, still watch him, still support him, but she would be the only person at the ground ever barracking for the umpire. So she would toot the horn at some really, weird moments of play.
Did you ever get out of the car and say, "What a great up, go up"?
Well, that was before I was born. So this is like, these are stories that I've heard over the years. And mum does recall having to drive dad home from some games when he was a player, where dad was actually kind of passing out in the car from the head knocks that he would receive in the game. And she did say that, he would get in some close calls as an umpire as well, but never got knocked out as an umpire, thankfully.
So what is it with why so many head knocks? I mean, I played in the lower southwest for the toughest team in the league, Dean Mill. I was well protected, by the way, because they were tough, those boys. But
Yeah.
why was your dad susceptible to the knock? What was it, the way he fell? Because head knocks are, of course, a very big thing in AFL at the moment.
Yeah, no, I just think that he was probably playing against bigger bodies earlier than he should have been. Um, and also, I mean, concussion protocols back then, it was multiple knocks in a game as well. You'd get knocked out. Maybe if you passed out, you'd be taken off, but 10 minutes later, you'd be sent back on. I mean, the test was, can you walk? Can you talk? If you can, get back out there, keep playing, So it was the multiple knocks in a game, which have a big effect. But dad is okay now. This is something that people have asked me: is your dad okay now? And because he gave up playing and he picked up the whistle, I think that's where he kind of saved his brain. Whereas in the production, it is, basically my dad's life story if he had not given up playing. So if he had to continue to play, if he had to become better and better at his football, but continue to get the head knocks, what does that look like in the future?
And of course, you got an Albany boy in the cast.
Yes, Joel Jackson. He is incredible in this production. If you've seen a show, Death of the Salesman, you'll notice that there's kind of like this ghostly figure, and Joel Jackson plays this ghostly figure coach who kind of represents a kind of Kevin Sheedy, Ron Barassi kind of style. He does incredible pump ups in Doug's mind, but also some very severe dressing downs as well. So he's a lot of fun, that character.
And remind me, did Joel play football down here in the Great Southern?
I'm not sure. He definitely played footy up in Karratha because he lived up there for a little while as well. But I tell you what, he's got some good footy moves in this production.
Great. Now, what about you? Did you play footy?
I didn't. There is one character in this play who I kind of feel like has a bit of a voice for me. Her name is Mina, and she would have loved to play football, but she was just never given that opportunity. When I grew up, there was no Donnybook women's team. So it was always kind of relegated to the sidelines, or, it's netball for you girls, which, I loved my netball, but I would have liked to kind of get in there and, experience a little bit more rough and tumble, to be honest, in my sport. And Mina's journey throughout the play, she actually, because she was denied playing, she ends up becoming a football journalist, a sports journalist. But even in that space, she's still kind of kept on the outer, and she feels like she's kind of riding the sideline of her own life in that sense. So, yeah.
Do you go to the footy now? Are you a regular footy attender?
Yeah, I've got a membership. I'm a total tragic. I'm an embarrassment to whoever I sit next to, even if they're barracking for the same team. I yell at the TV. Everything that comes out of my mouth is basically parrot squawks of what my dad says. I'm my dad's girl. Yeah, for sure.
You didn't name the team.
I didn't name the team, no.
No.
But let's just say that there's a Dockers joke in the play.
Oh, okay, great. Great, Andrea. I'm excited as an old football tragic myself, and I know Albany's going to be excited. We'll be there. See you there. You coming down?
There.
You coming down?
I'm coming down for sure. Yep.
Let's do lunch, dinner, coffee. And
yep. All of those things.
Bring your dog.
Bring my dog. I'll bring my mum and dad. Yeah, it'll be a family affair.
Okay. See you.